Hey guys, I wanted to try for that achievement where you do all 4 rituals in Pack-a-Punch on round 1. I wanted to see like how tough is it, how fast can we do it in a speed run, and I'll be giving you guys some tips along the way from what I learned from doing it. First thing you want to do is have a player open this door, then have another player go into beast mode. You can open this door here because sometimes there's going to be a double points, and then you can just do these little tasks right here. Open that box, zap this electrical panel, and then grapple up and go through the ritual site and open that door so you'll have access to it. Now I would recommend no players get any guns off the wall at this point. You don't need it because it's round 1, and be really careful if you knife zombies that you don't get a nuke. So now you want to pick up that summoning key ball right there and also the pin that drops. And once you have those 2 items, you're ready to go up into the ritual site. Then you can go up these steps right here that were just opened, and I'd recommend to have all 4 players inside this room before you start the ritual, because every player that's in there before it starts and finishes will get 500 points, and you really need those to help open up the other gates. Now these guys are going to be a 1 melee kill, so that's really no big deal because it's round 1. Also, when you have all 4 players in here, it makes this ritual go faster. It's like the generators on Origins. If you have all players there, yeah, it will go fast. And you want to make sure to pick up the gate worm. I didn't show that part, but I'll show it later on. There's going to be a gate worm that appears. Now you want to go to the waterfront area, and you're going to have enough money between those players to open up these 2 gates. Then you want to have one player go into beast mode, and then grapple up here, and then knock down this box. And then there's going to be a boxer's belt that's going to drop, and after they knock that down, they can run all the way down to the bottom of the docks while still in beast mode and break open this ritual room door. It goes into the boxing gym. What I like to do is stand up here in this corner. I would recommend having all 3 players in this corner and have one player run around the boxing ring, because nothing really comes to you up here and it's easier for that player to keep them organized down there and stay alive. Once this ritual is complete, you want to have another player pick up this gate worm. And if you already have one, you can't pick it up, so somebody else has to get it. And then have one player like run off and go towards the footlight area. Now a Margwa is going to spawn after you do that last ritual, and you can have 3 players like dealing with him and killing him. He's like the 3-headed beast. And this player here can take off and go open this gate and start accessing this next area. So go into beast mode. You know, you need a player that has a beast mode, so pay attention to that. Grapple up, drop down that box, grapple over here and zap that electrical panel. Then there's going to be like a wig piece that drops. You can see I picked it up there. And then everybody should head towards this little theater area. By this time, the other 3 players should have handled that Margwa and got him killed and actually got extra points from him. Again, make sure all 4 players are in this theater before you start the ritual. That way everybody will get 500 points and it does go a lot faster. I find this area pretty easy. Once this one is complete, again, have another player that doesn't already have a gate worm, pick that one up and head over to the Canal District. And this is the last area, and I think probably the trickiest for the person that's going to do the beast mode to do all the like little objectives to get everything open. But I'll show you guys the best path for maximizing this beast mode and getting everything done. So use this fountain right here and go into beast mode, jump over that railing and electrocute that panel right there. That's going to open a box over here. I would break open that door and then break open this box right here. Then walk back over here. You're going to grapple up. You can see way up there, there's an eagle's head with a gold ring. You should be able to get up on this level and then walk around and zap that electrical panel right there. That's going to open the stairs to the Ruby Rabbit. Then you want to make sure a player has grabbed that badge for the cop. And once a player has that, you can head up all the way to the top floor of the Ruby Rabbit. Again, make sure all 4 players are there. Have the player that picked up that badge start the ritual. I like to stand up on the top floor with another player and kind of stand back. Again, let another player run a circle down by the ritual table. And still, these things are real easy to kill. 1 melee, you're on round 1, so no big deal. Once this ritual is complete, everybody can head down into the canals, and there's going to be a door that's going to give you a portal to access the rift. And once you go in there, you're going to have those like flying witches come at you again, but they're still easy to kill, no big deal. You're going to open this door here and you're actually in the Pack-a-Punch area. By this time, all 4 players should have a gate worm that they picked up from each of the 4 pedestals after doing the ritual. And then each player needs to put one of the worms in these little like fountain looking things. This part is really easy too, as far as like staying alive. You're just going to have a few of these witches come at you, not a big deal. And then the Shadow Man's going to appear. Pack-a-Punch will be ready so you can Pack-a-Punch your guns. This took us 9 minutes and like 9 seconds to do, going as fast as we possibly could. So you could get Pack-a-Punch open and all 4 rituals done in less than 10 minutes real easily if you guys are focused and, you know, cooperating. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.